Всем привет! Сегодня у нас дополнение к BioShock'у. Первый эпизод. Отдай мне обратно мою дочь.
We're closed.
Мы закрыты.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
58-й.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Что вы хотите? Давайте начнем со света. Включить свет, наверное. О, money. Money, конечно. Это что? Тоже доллар. Доллар. А, зажечь ей сигарету.
Well, you got a name, miss?
У вас есть имя, мисс?
Elizabeth.
Элизабет.
You can call me Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
This girl.
Девочка, которую нужно найти.
This girl's dead.
You know her.
Эта девочка
You'll see
мертва.
dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans. With Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
Назовите мне свою цену, и я вам заплачу ее. Давай узнаем, что Элизабет знает о пропавшей девочке.
Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know. But I know someone who does. Follow me.
Видимо, мой инстинкт не подводит. Что она знает о Салли? Давай посмотрим. Следуй за мной. Какая красота. Я ни разу не играла в это дополнение. Очень интересно будет посмотреть. Иду. Красота.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. And I know where to start looking. Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful.
То, что ей нужно от этой девочки, это не мое дело. Так, съесть конфетку. За пепельница.
What do you want? An autograph?
Да, я хочу в твою фотографию. Почему бы и нет? Такой довольный сидишь. Улыбка прям не спадает.
Ryan, he's a big fish in an awful small pond.
Anything you say, pal.
If I was running things, I'd say, why just one city? Why not two, eh? Why not three?
Почему бы не 2 или 3 города сделать? Правильно, вот пропавшие девочки. Ему, по-моему, не очень нравится. Идем. Ой, вы странные.
Can I help you?
Могу ли я вам помочь?
I heard about your little friend.
Слышала о вашей маленьком друге. Так жаль.
Edward thinks the way to my heart is philosophical.
Как интересно здесь побродить.
What
Девочки,
happened to these children?
что случилось с этими детьми? Где
Where have you
они?
been? Cabin in Arcadia? Little sisters. Atom factories.
It's grotesque.
Red means stop, green means go. This is the rule all little girls know.
Правила, которые должны знать все девочки. Зеленый иди, красный стой.
Compromise? Is that what we get? Come on. We haven't got all day.
Давай, давай, мы же не будем ждать целый день. О, папочка.
What do they even look like under those suits?
What you mean? They're just some kind of machine?
Как они выглядят вне этого костюма? Думаешь, они как машины?
Look, I say you should have to prove you're properly versed on a topic before you're allowed to vote on it. Otherwise, it's just a knee-jerk response from the uninformed. Does more harm than good.
Who would judge that? A system like that invites abuse.
Having a benevolent dictatorship takes care of that.
Benevolence isn't human nature. Everyone wants to cut the tallest flower up there. Do something.
Открывается? Нет. Много хочу.
He works for Ryan's security firm. I got it firsthand.
Cooks a fella from the inside out. It's a damn thing of weapon.
Funny,
What?
you not knowing about the little sisters. How long
Забавно,
have you
ты не
been in
знаешь
Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get
ничего о
how
маленьких
much.
You've got
сестричках.
eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, that it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Where are we headed?
The man we need to see is in the Garden of the Muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time
Там
you
меня
saw
ведёшь.
Sally?
What?
She was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And...
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood. There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them. Mr. DeWitt, you all right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll pass.
Refreshments, sir? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
I'm with your basic work. Decent sort. Italian. Papa this and Papa that.
Guten Tag.
Herr Schmidt.
Dr. Steinman told me he uses my picture to judge facial symmetry.
Darling, that line actually work on anyone before closing time?
Come right in.
Так, мне немножко страшно сюда заходить, так как авторское право. Фонтейн.
Mr. DeWitt. We'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen. What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
А, вот они, мальчики-зайчики. Коэн.
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about
Без приглашения не входить. Платная вечеринка.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Какого черта вы
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're
No
expected.
mask, no entry.
Stuff.
Нет маски, не
These
зайдете.
invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to loan us one.
The business of rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the artist struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
I guess those stores will be as good a place to start as any.
Значит, здесь есть магазинчик, где можно купить маски. Вон, сбросить этих парочку, и все, и маски в руках. Что с тобой не так?
Contempt's too weak a word. What brought you to Rapture?
A man
Really? You don't strike me as the romantic type.
wasn't that kind of man.
Then what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt.
Ryan understands something fundamental about mankind. We want to be better than we are. That is what separates us from the jungle.
Интересно. Интересно. Можно? Можно зайти. Что вы все как клоны? В одних и тех же платьях. Маски есть? Бонжорно.
Days. Her little girl's been missing for days. I'm a complete wreck if Trudy even gets a
Будем потихонечку верить. О!
Suchang observed strangest of coincidences. On other side of a window, man in strange hat experimenting on Suchang's own creation. On plasmid. Man name of Fink. Outrage! Theft of intellectual property! But man name of Fink is no fool. Through addition of oxidizing agent, turns plasmid ingestible through stomach lining. Mr. Ryan very impressed with Su Chong's initiative. Theft of intellectual property. Two-way street.
Так. Сейчас найдем, где маски купить. Вон тут туда, может быть. Вот, артист. Storage. Павловка. Open door.
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract the store owner while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Я просто должна найти маски. Так, она дальше скажет инструкцию. Что у нас тут? Роза.
Good day.
Добрый день.
Excuse me. Lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
Леди, есть несколько вопросов к вам. Да,
Interesting,
конечно.
isn't it? Original Sandер Коэн. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but I know precious little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth for fear of what foolishness might tell me.
Cohen sends those masks out in some kind of box. Damn. Must be somewhere else.
Черт, должно быть где-то еще. Я пьяный. Она не сможет его долго отвлекать, а я потерялся. Как ты мог так сильно опьянеть-то, ё-моё?
Shall I explain?
Oh yes, please. Tell me everything. You're
Нет,
so
здесь ничего.
knowledgeable. You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
Маски нет.
luck?
Nothing. Let's find another shop.
Давай найдем еще
Where
один
to
магазин.
next? Rapture Records and the Golden Rule are both downstairs.
Может быть. А тут у нас что? А, можно поиграть в автоматы. Эх, не повезло. Минус $1. Это... Да нет, я же...
Are you in the know? You've doubtlessly sampled products from Fontaine Futuristics. But do you know why Ryan Industries saved it? Frank Fontaine, business leader and benefactor of mankind? Or was he the best friend the parasite ever had? Were you aware his businesses were a front for a smuggling ring? And were you also fooled by his supposed charity work? At his free clinic, patients became test subjects, and his orphanages were places that children disappeared into and never came out. Once they learned the truth, Rapture's Central Council called for the arrest of Fontaine Futuristics' owner. But, a coward to the end, Fontaine found a hail of bullets preferable to facing justice. The council asked that Ryan Industries...
Ничего. Скипнула его. Так. О, ладно. Попозже, если что, посмотрим еще разок. Так, еще в магазин идем. Сейчас. Какая интересная девушка. Там, ну пойдем сюда. Там ниже есть магазин. А золотое правило?
A fine day to you both.
Но у него вряд ли есть. Тут драгоценное какое толстое кольцо. Очень толстое какое. С ним же неудобно. Окей. Здесь не будет. Еще один автомат. Да.
Are you in the know?
А вы
The
знаете?
Big Daddy may look imposing, but he's a gentle giant. Do you know all he does for Rapture? These metal jets are the hands that maintain Rapture, digging the foundation out of the seabed and guiding structural supports into place. Where do these metal mysteries come from? Sorry, chum, that's a Ryan Industries trade secret. Now you know.
Now you know. Деньги я выиграла? Нет? Нет, ладно. Так это что?
Whatever that barber did to you, I hope he's retained a capable attorney.
Ну это вряд ли, это не то.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine. And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in the closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to utopia, is that it still has the people.
Все еще есть людишки, и это проблема. Так. Какой-то мишка. И здоровье повысили. Так, где этот магазин? Табака. Так, у тебя что?
Mr. DeWitt. Back again. And so soon.
Снова вернулись? Хорошо, я потом к тебе зайду послушать, что у тебя тут есть. Golden Rule. Мы были там. Да где же этот магазин? А, вон он, магазин этот. Беги скорей.
So nice that you found us.
You see that dish I walked in with? Will you give her the star treatment, pal? It'll make it worth your while.
Of course, right away.
What is this piece?
It's by Trine, but of course, covered by Mr. Reinhardt.
Oh, it's lovely. Isn't it lovely?
Gotta find that box.
Music does something to me, especially something in this vein. It's almost primal, isn't it? Part of us that exists before thought, before logic, purely.
С чего вы, а?
The finest music touches us.
That we never knew.
Nothing.
Ничего.
Only one place left.
Осталось одно место.
I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
Так.
No. Got one place left, though.
And if that proves to be fruitless?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Какой?
Gets that from his father.
Это куда-то сюда? Да нет.
I had all of these visions before coming down here of utopia. Every man with his hand on the great chain, the wheel of progress turning. Every cliche you can imagine.
6.
And what is the first thing that happens when I open up shop? Petty thievery. Now I have to lock all my valuables in the closet. Remember 2076. It's the problem with coming to utopia, is that it still has the people.
Так, пикап.
When Ryan take over Fontaine Futuristics, scene of terrible violence. Splicers burning each other to bits. Lucky ones not killed, sent to department store prison instead. Soo-Chung think he dead man too. But then Ryan comes to Soo-Chung and says, Soo-Chung want to be buried in filthy store, or Soo-Chung want to make a good salary? Work for Ryan. How much salary? Asks Soo-Chung. This Ryan.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmarked for Paris, 1887.
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
I beg your pardon?
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice?
I can assure you that...
The assurances of a grave robber are of no interest.
If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain.
А вот и масочка.
think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp, or I'll see to it they hit you.
Get your hands off me! Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Good. You've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
Давай вернемся.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You got a bit of the grifter.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety of roles.
Да, войти.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen his type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
Продолжим в следующий раз. Спасибо всем большое за компанию. Увидимся в скором времени. Пока.